one knows more about.
What's up, boys? Got to get surgical today, 100%. No Trent today. He's left us. He's over in New Orleans. He's going to the game tonight, doing some stuff with game day. It's going to be awesome. But we still got to get surgical today. Still got to get surgical. We've got a pretty small slate. Again, Trent always seems to leave us on the worst of slates. But I think there's some pretty good games out there. Some conference tournament games in college basketball. Got a pretty solid NHL slate. It's got me bricked up, loving it. We've also got some NBA. Last time I hosted the stream alone, there was no NBA, very few NHL, not much college either. So here we are on this slate today. We've got some GOATs coming through, some new faces, some OGs. We're going to hit a lay today. You guys actually came through. The community lay hit yesterday. You guys got the push on Purdue Fort Wayne. I took the -6.5 for my own lay. Shit missed on the hook when Purdue Fort Wayne missed 3 fucking free throws in the last minute. It killed me. The community lay hit for you guys, though. You guys got the push there, and the rest of it hit. We're going to run that back today. We're going to have another community lay going, and let's see if we can hit back-to-back. Just shove it right in Trent's face now that he's not here and see what we can do. G-Unit also came through yesterday. He did not miss on the stream yesterday. Not a single pick. I think he gave out 6 picks, 1 pushed, and the other 5 smacked. He was insane. If you had tailed his picks blindly, it would have been a nice little parlay as well. But, yeah, nice little slate today. College baseball is free. I was thinking about putting that, maybe one of those picks in the lay again, but it's not on enough books, unfortunately. I think a couple people are going to be pitching that, though. I know Nappy probably will if he's on. Let's see if we can take it. I'm not going to put it in the lay today, though. Not enough people can take it, unfortunately. But, yeah, without further ado, let's bring up some guys, get our picks in today. Let's see what's happening. Cracking bookies. What do you got for us today?
Hey, man, I appreciate you getting me up here early since I had dipped. So I got one play today. It's Portland Pilots money line at -110. I think they're giving this line. It's a generous line because San Diego beat them in OT earlier in the season. They're just a better team. They really surprised me this year. They have 4 guys that are in double figures. And the biggest standout in this game is that Portland is a top nation in free throws. And when it comes down to a pick'em game and just winning it straight out, I want the team that's going to make the free throws at the end of the game. I think they can cover whatever their spread is now. But when it comes down, free throws are going to get the job done. Portland should win this game.
Yeah, it's free throws are big for these college teams. I found that out the hard way yesterday. With
Purdue. And just one quick little story in the Discord. Shout out to Jack Luncher. I think that's his name. He's a 7th grade teacher, and he has a kid that gives him locks every day. And the kid came up and said Portland money line. And in March, a 7th grader has just as good as a chance as us hitting it, if you ask me. So there you go.
Not wrong. Is the kid been giving out winners? That's the real question.
I don't know. I need to ask him, but that's it for me. I got to dip.
All right, man. Thanks for coming on. I like this pick. Portland, guys. We rocking with Portland today. It's a pick I could get behind, honestly. Portland's a sneaky little team. Let's move on. Let's get some on the ice. We got Ryan Sura here. I'm loving the NHL slate. What do you got for us, Ryan?
What's going on, Wylie? Good to see your face here on the stream today.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, dude, I actually really like the slate tonight too. I had a 3-unit play yesterday. I have another 3-unit play today, actually. It's the Red Wings and Lightning over 6.5. I really like this play today. The game starts with these goalies. Brian Elliott starting for Tampa, and this guy is an over machine. In his 9 starts, he's 7-1-1 to the over, averaging 7.5 goals in those starts in total. And then for the Wings, I mean, I don't think it really matters who starts, but it looks like Nedeljkovic will probably play. Wings are 14-10 to the over on the road, and Nedeljkovic has given up 3 or more goals in his last 5 starts. Lightning are coming off a real bad loss against the Pens last night, so I'm sure they'll be hungry. They're also 12-4 to the over following a loss this season. Red Wings are allowing over 3.5 goals per game in their last 5 away from home, which is really not good against this Tampa team right now, just on how pissed off they'll be after a really bad loss against Pittsburgh. They had like 5 shots in the first period, so just not a lot of offense. And then lastly, the Bolts are 6-0 to the over this season on back-to-backs. This will be a shootout, I'm sure. And the last time these two teams met, it was 7-6, the final score. So really like this over tonight.
Yeah, I love this over. The Wings have been over wagons recently. They're good for 2 or 3 every night, and then they're going to let in 4 or 5 themselves usually.
Yeah, I like. And then I'll just give you one prop. I'll let some of the other NHL guys come and give their picks because I know they have some good spots on those. But my favorite player prop tonight is Victor Arvidsson over 3.5 shots on the Kings. Columbus is allowing 37 shots per game at home over the last 10. Arvidsson's been a monster on the road. He's hit this over in 8 of his last 10 road games, including last night against the Stars. Over that span on the road, he's averaging almost 5 shots on goal per game. This guy's ridiculous. He hammers shots on net, and I really don't see that changing tonight against a Columbus team that gives up a ton of chances.
All right. Yeah, no, I love these picks, especially the Wings. This one should sail over tonight. Thanks, Ryan.
Yeah, no worries, man. Have a good one.
You too. Let's get sage advice up here. I do really like that Red Wings over, guys. It's going to be said a lot. A lot of people submitted that pick, but in the NHL, that's something that doesn't sketch me out so much. It's the Red Wings over. It seems like the play of the day, to be quite honest. Let's go sage advice. He's got somewhere to be. What do you got?
Thanks, brother. Can you hear me?
Yeah, Katie.
All right, perfect. Thanks for getting me on early, bro. Appreciate it. Thanks for hosting. Quick shout out to Renee, bros. Hopefully my beanie's bricked up enough for you guys. You guys are goated, but let's get into it. I got Gardner Webb -3.5. They're playing Campbell. I know how chat feels about Campbell. They sold for us a couple of weeks ago. I mean, these two teams are heading the opposite direction. Campbell's 0-5 ATS and only won 2 of those games. GW is 2-5 ATS and won 3 of those games. However, GW is 6-4 ATS in the last 10, and Campbell's 2-8. Next, I got a little small sample size, so just take it with a grain of salt. But Gardner Webb, their last game, they lost ATS and they lost money line. When they do that, they're 4-2 ATS. And when Campbell, their last game, they won money line but lost ATS. When they do that, they're 1-2 ATS. And then also, Campbell's 1-5 ATS against a team with a winning record. GW's 17-12, 11-6 in conference, and GW is 5-1 ATS in their last 6 games at a neutral site, and I'm pretty sure this game is at a neutral site. I would just make sure on that. I got 1.5 units on this. I feel pretty good about it. Just rolling a little bit. I like this spot for them to get rolling. It's the quarterfinal for their conference. That's all I got for that. And then I got one prop. Trent's going to love this because he's going to the game. I liked it when I was looking at all the stats last night. CJ McCollum over 22.5 points. Averages 21.6 on the season. He's only played 1 game against the Jazz, and he had 19, but he was on the Blazers. Completely different team. Utah Jazz are giving up 20.9 points on the season to shooting guards, but when you look at the last 8 games from the All-Star break, they're actually giving up 24.8 points. Last 6 games for CJ McCollum, he's had 17 and 22. Those are against the Kings and the Lakers. He didn't really need to do much. Everyone else is getting buckets. And then when he played Phoenix, he had 32. When he played Dallas, he had 38. When he played Memphis, he had 30. And then he had 23, I think, against the Raptors. So when he's playing a good team, he's getting buckets. They rely on him. I mean, and also in his last 6 games at the Smoothie Center, he's averaging 26.5 points. So I like this spot for him a lot. And I know people are maybe a little bit worried about Brandon Ingram. I do think he gets buckets tonight, but he only averages 14 points against the Jazz in 3 games he's played them this season. So this team goes the way CJ McCollum goes, and he wants to prove something because he got traded, and the Lakers are sliding. So they think they could get in this play-in tournament easy.
I like this play. I want to go back to Gardner Webb real quick. I did take
Yeah.
a peek this morning. G-Unit has Campbell -2. Is that scary at all?
Does he? I did not look at his thing, and that really does not scare me, honestly. Like we always say, if he'd be right all the time, he'd be in Cabo. And last time I took a G-Unit, I took Ohio State -14.5. He had a -19.5. So I'm really not that worried. They lost outright, so I'm really not that worried about that.
He's not perfect all the time, but
Yeah,
I like these picks. Thanks for coming on, man. Yes, sir. I do like Gardner Webb today, boys. I do. I know Gene is on the other side, but Gardner Webb is a sleeper pick for me in this conference tournament. I like their money line. I don't know if I'd lay the 3, but I like their money line. Trap Money up next. What do you got for us today, man?
All right, this is not a Friday pick, but it's too early on Saturday to miss. Your boy is the MLS god over here. I'm hitting over 80%, and I got the absolute lock. You're probably wondering, Nick, why you wearing construction gear? It's because I'm building your bankrolls, baby. Right here with NYC Moneyline. New York City FC is going to go on the road to Vancouver. A lot of people hate those East traveling West games, but Vancouver could not have looked worse. NYC, the reigning MLS champions, they're looking very good. They got the Golden Boot winner on their side. You put it, take a straight -120, put it in your lay, take it with under -4.5. It doesn't matter. It's free money. It's literally the best pick of the week.
All right, man. I'm gonna be tailing this for sure.
I'm serious. I told you last week, DC United over 2.5. It smacked. NYC is the pick this week.
I like it, man. Thanks for coming on. Chat, we got to be tailing this. Early Saturday morning coins. Thanks for coming on, man.
Go get rich.
Sure. We got OG Leafs fan in here. A great NHL slate today. Hopefully he gives us a couple of picks because I think the Wings over is going to be said a million times, which doesn't scare me, but we need more picks there. Leafs fan, what do you got for us? Oh, the great. Hold on. Leafs fan, what do you got for us?
I like that Tampa Bay over too. I know everyone's on it, but if Elliott's in net, I honestly think Detroit could keep this game close, put up 4. So I really like that one. But the other one that I really like is the Kings and Columbus over 6.
All right.
I locked this in this morning. I see the line is moving pretty quick though. I know some people said it's up to 6.5. I locked it in this morning at 6. So
yeah, I am seeing it at 6.5. It is moving fast.
Yeah, I know a lot of people said it moved, but I still like it at 6.5. I think that'll cash probably pretty quick. Both teams are going to score a lot of goals, so I really like that one too. And I also like the Hurricanes to beat the Pens tonight. So the Pens just beat Tampa last night. They had played a great game, but I think the Hurricanes at home will get it done. So, yeah, I like that money line for parlay piece. Carolina seems pretty good at home. I don't know if you're going to hear much NHL stuff, so I can come back on in the end if you do need.
Yeah, for sure. Are you not worried about the Canes at all, given their recent struggles? Lost to my Wings. They lost.
I just think at home they're going to beat the Pens.
Bounce back spot. All right.
I mean, Pens are a good team. It's probably going to be a close game, but I do see Carolina winning that game. I know Corner is on the Canes as well, too. So.
The Pens showed up yesterday.
Yeah, they did. I actually had the Pens last night. They're a good team, but I just think Carolina is going to win at home.
Yeah, I like that. That could be a sneaky pick. I definitely like the Kings over. Thanks, Ethan. I'll bring you back on for sure.
Yeah, I'll come back at the end, and if you need help with the NHL, whatever.
Appreciate it, man. All right. Chat, before we move on real quick, I'm seeing Longwood covered. I didn't tail that, but I know Trent was on it. Did Longwood cover in OT? Oh my God, there are 4 seconds left. They're at 14. What a run. I know Trent's got to be picked up. What a fucking run. He needed OT and he got it. Oh, let's go. The great. What do you got for us today, man?
That's great news.
It's great.
I took them too. I put it in this morning before I went to work. But no, I have it's first time being on with you hosting, Wylie. I have the Suns -6. It's a 6.5 right now. You can buy the hook, but just -6.5. The main reason of this is because the Knicks have just been absolutely terrible. They're 0-5 against the spread the last 5. 1-9 against the spread last 10. They're 3-9 against the spread away. The Knicks have just been absolutely horrible. And, R.J. Barrett has been the only bright spot for the Knicks offense. Mikal Bridges should be guarding him, so they're going to need Julius Randle to score. He's been struggling. Fournier's been struggling. So I see this being a potential blowout spot, even without Booker or Chris Paul.
Yeah, the Suns have still kind of been a wagon, even without those.
Yeah, they just won by 30. They beat Portland by 30. Portland didn't have Nurkic, but
yeah, I think the Knicks are easy fade. I like this Suns pick, man. I do. I could see this one going.
And then I have James Harden over 23.5 points against the Cavs. He's hit over 23.5 the last 2 games. And tonight, with the Cavs, have pretty tough interior defense with Jared Allen, Evan Mobley. I think they're going to be relying a lot more on Maxey and Harden to score. Embiid's still going to get his 25, but just the Harden 23.5 looks super cheeky.
I like that pick too. I could definitely see this Suns pick sneaking into lay. I think Chat's going to like it. Who doesn't like fading the Knicks?
Right.
Weekend, but
thanks season.
I like this pick. Let's go picks with Jenks. What do you got for us today, man?
What's up, Wylie? So yesterday I took the Bulls and the Hawks won. So today I'm gonna take the Hawks. I think it's a good spot for them. They're a young team, so I feel like they're not going to be tired at all. They're used to playing a lot. Beal's out and Porzingis is still out, so Kuzma can't do everything. And then I got a player prop for you. Donovan Mitchell over 26.5 points. He's had 37, 26, 33, 37, 30 in the past 5. I feel like he hits it. It's going to be the money line, actually, for Atlanta.
Okay.
Yeah. But tempo pace, though, thanks for having me on.
Yeah, for sure. Chet, I like that Atlanta pick. They've been hot recently. They just beat the Bulls, like you mentioned. They've been turning up. They're trying to make a nice little playoff push, get better seeding as well. Let's go sports betting. Ryan, what do you got for us?
How's it going, Wylie?
How's it going?
My pick of the day is Kent State money line at Buffalo, or at home against Buffalo. Kent State, obviously, we all know, probably the hottest team in the nation, if not the MAC. They're 10-0 in their last 10. Buffalo actually also was just coming off a 9-game win streak. They lost their last game to Toledo.
Yep.
But one thing that I like is Kent State is 5-0 against the spread in their last 5, while Buffalo, even though they're 4-1, they are 0-5 against the spread. And one of my favorite people on here, Data, his favorite thing obviously is revenge home spots, and this is a big revenge home spot for Kent State. Their last loss came on January 21st to this Buffalo team. They lost by 12. And Buffalo is ranked probably one of the worst teams in the MAC. They're ranked 183rd in total defense, but they held Kent that game to 33% shooting from the field and 19% from 3. And Sincere Carey, the probably MAC player of the year, actually probably it's Antoine Davis, but he's one of the players of the year for the MAC. He was held to 9 points on 4 of 15 shooting. I don't think Kent is going to shoot that bad again. And they can win the MAC. Obviously, they need help with, I think, your pick of the day. They need Toledo to lose. Yeah. But we've seen crazier things to happen, and they play at the same time. So they're going to play the game like Toledo's going to lose. And I just don't see Kent State losing this game to Buffalo.
Yeah, that's my thoughts exactly. I don't see Toledo losing tonight, not on this spread, but they're going to play like Toledo's going to lose with a chance to share the MAC as well.
Exactly.
I like them to come out and win this one for sure. I love this pick.
Yes, thank you. Tempo Pace, good luck tonight.
Yep, you too. We got OG Buzz in the house. What are we doing today, Buzz? Where are we taking us?
Sup, Wylie?
It's good, Buzz.
We already know where we're going. I know you know.
I know.
I point plus 7.5, I think it is right now. Maybe higher. Whatever the spread is right now. I got a plus 7.5. I haven't looked. But I know Winthrop, wagon. High Point's low-key a wagon too, especially recently.
Are they?
They're 7-3 against the spread in their last 10. They're 18-10 on the year. Their last 4 games, they're 4-0 against the spread. 8-2 in their last 10 games against a team with a winning record above 600.
Okay.
So they play very well versus very good teams. And Winthrop is a very good team. They're number 2 in their conference, the Big South, I believe. High Point, when they score 70 points, Winthrop's not a good defense. So when High Point scores 70 points a game, they're 8-1 against the spread and 9-2 straight up. So High Point is good. They might not necessarily win this game, but this is going to be a close battle. These conference tournament games are always close.
Yeah.
They might like Longwood today. They're playing
Yeah,
NC State. They're the 1 seed. They went to overtime. I mean, they blew them out in overtime, but they had to go to overtime versus the 9 seed. High Point is very good at defending the 3. They're 26th in the country. Winthrop is 280th. Winthrop's defense is not good. High Point's offense isn't stellar. It's about average. But when you have a below average defense, that can make an average offense go up. High Point's best players, John Michael Wright, averages 18. They had the Big South Freshman of the Year, Zach Austin, who averages 15 and 8. And then Jaden House averages 12 points and 37% shooting from 3. This team can win. This team can win this game. Genuinely. I might be the only person on High Point, but I feel like I bet High Point yesterday. I bet High Point the last 10 games. I've never lost a bet against High Point for High Point, and I'm not losing today.
I will say I was against this pick initially. Looking at it, I wasn't on the other side. But I mean, you got Winthrop, right? Wagon, but you're absolutely right. These conference tournament games, they're going to be close. Each and every team is fighting for their whole season right now, trying to make a run.
Every game is close. Everyone knows each other at this point. They've probably all played twice already. High Point won the first game. They've only played once so far. I think the other one might have gotten postponed for COVID or something. But High Point won the first game, and I bet that game for High Point. And that I believe, I could be wrong, but I'm 90% sure the 8-legger I hit had High Point money line over Winthrop as an upset.
I like that.
High Point's going to do it today. Down in Charlotte, High Point's got it. I believe it.
You've definitely switched me over, Buzz. I'm on this side.
GU is on it -5 for Winthrop. So that +7.5 is fairly easy. Not easy, but it's in range.
Yeah, he's definitely leaning that way. I like this pick, Buzz. I do.
Yeah, it's sneaky. It's very surgical.
Very surgical. Sneaky good pick here.
And the coach, Tubby Smith. Tubby Smith's their head coach.
You do have Tubby Smith. All right.
Thanks, I'll see you, Wiley.
Let's
get this done.
Let's get it. Okay, I brought you up a little soon. Not ready. Chat. I do like this pick. I was against. Winthrop's 14-2 in conference. I was against this pick at first, but he just sold the shit out of it. Chase looks like he's ready to go now. What do you got for us today, man?
Hey, what's up, brother? Sorry about that. Someone came to my door at work. I'm actually taking y'all to the college baseball diamond tonight.
All right.
I'm taking Dallas Baptist University on the money line. I don't know why they're +125. I think a lot of books just don't give a shit about college baseball. They've had 7 40-win seasons in a row. They're an absolute wagon in college baseball, and I'm in Dallas, so I get to go see a few games. They are a wagon. They're playing the University of San Diego tonight, and they are somehow +125. That's what I got it at. If you look at their losses, DBU's 3 of their 4 losses come in extra inning games by 1 run. But 2 of those were to Texas Tech. So I like DBU. Their pitcher, Luke Eldred, tonight is very, very solid. So is Garrett Rennie for San Diego. But the quality of play and competition that DBU faces every year, much better than San Diego. That's my pick today. It's really all I've got. I don't have too much. Thanks for running the stream. I appreciate you.
I'm going to be honest. Don't know much about college baseball myself, but I'll blindly tail this. I'll put my faith there.
And if you're going to blindly tail college baseball, Texas, Tennessee under is another good one tonight. Only concern is they're playing at Minute Maid. It's a little bit smaller than both of their home parks, but both teams have an under 1 ERA. I just don't see how this game goes over 10.5. There's not a chance. So,
all right, man. I
appreciate it. Thanks, Wiley.
Yes, sir. Chad, again, I don't think I can put college baseball in the lay today, but if you're trying to get surgical, they're dishing out winners if you can take them. 100% dishing out winners. Papa, you're in here. I don't see your camera's off. We'll wait for you. Hardy's picks. What do you got for us today, man?
How you doing? So I got Sixers minus 7.5. So the Sixers against the spread are 5-1 in their last 6. Sixers beat the Cavs by 10 at home in mid February, and the Cavs are 0-6 against the spread in their last 6. Since getting Harden, Sixers, their lowest win margin was 15, and their Sixers are averaging 127 points with Harden. Cavs are only averaging 106.5 all season. Sixers are 7th in defensive rating and 3rd in offensive rating since the All-Star break. In addition, I have CJ McCollum over 4.5 assists. I got that last night. I think it went up to 5.5 right now at plus money. I still like it at that. His last 5 have been 9, 8, 4, 5, and 7. And I think with Brandon Ingram starting to produce a little bit more, CJ had 6 assists against the Jazz against Portland. I think he's going to distribute well today, and I think he'll get over that 5.5 mark.
All right, man. I like these picks. The 76ers, like you said, they've been blowing teams out since getting Harden, and they look really good against the Cavs team. Like you mentioned, struggling right now. I like this pick.
Yeah. Well, thank you.
Thanks for coming on, man. Chat 76ers today against the old Cavs wagon. What do we think? I'll let you guys debate on that one. Coin snatch, though. What do you got for us today?
Wylie.
It's good, man.
How we doing?
Pretty good.
I got 2 plays today, both 1 units after yesterday's 4 unit. But my play of the day is actually Central Michigan plus 14. They're playing Akron. And I don't really even have much of a pitch for you today because I just want to say that it's March. The last time these 2 teams played, that Akron barely squeaked by with a 4-point win. I don't see this game being more than 10 points apart. I really don't. So that's it. I wanted to use my time to discuss what's been going on the Twitter because it's making me really upset. I'm really not happy with all these hate messages going on. And as someone, I see all you guys get so upset on Twitter, and it makes me upset because this whole community has really changed my life. And I'm not even that big of a part of it, but still, it just changed my life so much. So I just want to say I love you guys, and I appreciate everything you guys do, and fuck the haters.
Yeah, man. It's well put. Well put. I kind of like this Central Michigan pick, as crazy as it sounds too. But yeah, the hate's got to stop, guys. Hate's got to stop. Thanks for coming on, Coin Snatch. Like the pick today. Thanks, man.
Good luck.
Yeah, no, Chad. I'll address that real quick. It's crazy. 1 loss, and you guys are losing your mind. Bankroll management's key. The people flipping out over 1 loss are insane. Hate's got to stop. Death threats, 100% unacceptable in any circumstance. It's us against the books, not us against each other. Come on, guys. But to talk about that Central Michigan pick, as crazy as it sounds, I do lean that way. I don't know if it's a late piece just because of how bad Central is, but Akron, until their last couple, hadn't been beating anybody by a lot at all. They kind of played to their competition. They played better recently, which kind of scares me, but Central could keep this close. It's at least within 13.5. But moving on, we got Papu. He's got his cam on. What do you got for us today, man?
What's good, Wylie? I mean, if anyone knows about hate, it's me. The whole fuck Papu, poo-poo picks. You got to take it in. But once it's death threats and stuff, that's where you draw the line. That's when you just no playing with that. But I'm moving to picks. I am taking the Knicks plus 6.5. I saw that line and it was just so weird. No Devin Booker, no Chris Paul, and the Knicks are fairly healthy. RJ Barrett, Randall, Robinson. I mean, 6.5. Maybe the Suns pull off the win, but I saw RJ Barrett live against the Heat, and he put 40 on us. He's going to guard the Suns' best player, which is who tonight? Bridges? Because Devin Booker's out and Chris Paul's out. So
They 30-pieced the fucking Blazers without their two best players.
Yeah, but the Blazers, the Blazers are a bunch of guards that just shoot the lights out when they win, and they didn't shoot the lights out, and they didn't win. The Knicks, listen, I've watched. I'm not a Knicks fan, but being from New York, I've seen this team play up to their opponent and down to their opponent. I think the Knicks 6.5 is a lot of points. They lose by 5, by 4, by 3. They might even win this outright. I'm gonna sprinkle that money line because no Booker, no Paul. I just don't know how the Suns beat this Knicks team tonight. I mean, and then if anyone were to lose this game, it is the Knicks. Don't get me wrong. That's why you take the points. But 6.5 for the show. But I'm buying the hook to 7, and yeah, that's what I'm going with tonight. Knicks plus 6.5.
All right, Papu. I'm gonna be honest. I was loving the Suns before you came on.
How can you? I mean, if anything, it's either you play the Knicks in the points or you don't play this at all. You love the Suns 6.5 against the Knicks?
The Knicks suck. What are we talking about?
Yeah, but they suck. But they're so iffy. If you're not taking the points, don't play this. Don't take this play. If you're not taking the Knicks points, I advise you to not put hard-earned money on this game.
All right, we'll see. I'll probably keep it out of the lay. I'll probably keep it out of the lay. But we'll
At
see.
least you can do that.
Thanks for coming on, Papu. Thanks. Guys, he came on and pitched the Knicks. Knicks are so bad. Again, I mean, the Suns have proven they can win and win big without their two guys. Maybe we just stay away. Sharp is sharp. What do you got for us today, man?
Yo, was you here when I pitched Miami?
Yeah, dude, that's heartbreaking.
It was. I did say plus 1.5 though. I want to throw that out there. But today I got Bucks -5. I got it at -3.5, but I still like -5. So Chicago loses games because their defense sucks and they can't rebound the ball. They just lost the game shooting 59% from the field and 53% from 3. It's literally impossible unless your defense is absolutely atrocious, which it is. They're bottom 5 in the league in defensive efficiency per last 3, and they now have to play Milwaukee on a back-to-back, who's top 5 in offensive efficiency per last 3. Chicago is also 29th in rebounding. Milwaukee's 3rd, and they're number 1 per last 3. The last time Chicago played a top rebounding team, that's what cost them the game, and that was against Memphis. They got out-rebounded by 20, allowed 19 offensive rebounds, and they lost by 6. So I think Bucks cover easy. Giannis, big game.
I like this pick. The Bulls kind of fade away in these bigger games. Like everybody's talking about them a wagon, but against the better teams, they haven't been as good as they've looked at times. I like the Bucks. I like this pick, man. Thanks for coming on.
Yeah, no problem. Thank you.
Sure. I could get behind the Bucks today, Chad. I really could. Maybe more than the Suns. I'm down to put one of them in the lay, and honestly, I might lean Bucks. We'll see though. We'll see. Orton or Zach, what do you got for us today, man?
What's good? I've got Portland -1 today. San Diego's been dealing with a few injury issues. They got Terrell Brown back yesterday, but I think he's just coming back because it's the tournament. He needs to play for them to have a chance of winning. I don't think he was 100% yesterday. He averages 8.5 and 7 for them, so I don't think he'll be able to do that today. He also averages 3 boards and 3 blocks, and he only had 1 of those yesterday, so that could be an issue if he's still injured for them. But Portland's been very good recently. Moses Wood is going to be the best player on the floor by far. I think he shoots 44% from 3 and averages 14 and 6. And then Tyler Robinson gives them 15 points and 4.5 assists. And Mike Meadows came back about a week or 2 ago, and he's been getting closer to 100% every game. So I think him being healthier today will be a factor in it as well.
Yeah, this is a pick I could definitely get behind. I mean, they've just 30-pieced San Diego. All they got to do is win tonight, essentially. Yeah. Portland was sneaky in the back end of this conference as well. They've been
damn good.
Yeah. I like this pick, man. I can definitely get behind it. Thanks for coming on.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Sure. I could get behind this Portland pick, guys. I spread's kind of low. It's kind of sketch, but I think it's because it's the 6th, 7th seed in a conference tournament. These conference tournaments I don't expect Portland to 30-piece them like they did last time, but Portland should get the dub today. They've been playing really good down the stretch. They beat San Francisco once. nearly beat them the first time. San Francisco is a really good team in that conference. Not a mush. Where are the vibes at today, my guy? What do you got for us?
Man, the vibes are always high, my guy. How are you?
Good. I'm doing
Happy
good.
Friday and Shabbat Shalom, man. I think we got some good picks. This is the best college basketball slate for a Friday that we've seen in several weeks.
I couldn't agree more.
Trent is just leaving us with some crap. But I think the pick that I like the most is going to be the Richmond St. Bonnie's game. Richmond is getting 4 points. These are two teams that are playing each other for the first time this season. St. Bonnie's half a game ahead of St. Louis for 4th in their conference. So with that and being, senior night, there's definitely going to be a lot of added emotion going into this game. Both teams are coming off tough losses. We just saw Richmond take a 2-point L to Dayton, and St. Bonaventure lost by VCU on the road by 23. So I think it's a bounce back game for both teams. Something that was interesting that I came across, though, is that in 3 of the last 4 road games for Richmond, they've hit the over. And 4 of the last 6 games for St. Bonnie have hit the over as well. What I'm going to end up taking is going to be Richmond +4 with a sprinkle on the over and a sprinkle on the money line. And the reason why I'm taking Richmond +4 is their offense runs through their forwards, where St. Bonnie's is all guard play. They start 4 guards and 1 forward, and it's 3 forwards on Richmond. I think what we're seeing at this point in the year is if you can dominate the paint, you have a really good chance of winning the basketball game. I think that's a huge reason why TCU has been competing with Kansas so well, is they just dominated the paint. So I really like this spot for Richmond. Got G Unit's stamp of approval. He has Richmond -2.5. So give me Richmond, give me the over and a tight one. And then I'm also sprinkling Richmond money line. But I think that's my play of the day. I analyzed 4 games, and I think this is the one that I'm going to rock with as
I could
my
definitely
play.
get behind Richmond as well. Bonnie's been saying it all year. They're just not a deep team.
Right.
Richmond is going to pound the paint. They get some guys in foul trouble. They're not going to have anybody to turn to late in the game. So I could definitely get behind Richmond today. Like this pick mush.
Oh, hey, baby. I'll see you in 2 weeks, huh?
Yeah, 2 weeks coming out.
Let's go. All right.
Mush.
I'll hang around if you need a consultation at the end.
Oh, yeah, for sure. Thanks, Mush.
Let's get it, baby. Come on.
Go. I could get behind Richmond today, too. Honestly, outright. I think 4 is a safe play, but I wouldn't be shocked if they win this thing outright, 100%. Canadian God, what do you got for us today, man?
Hello, sir. How are you?
Doing well.
Good. I mean, I got leans today. Like I was in the lab, and I'm confident on my parlay, and my parlay is Hurricanes money line over 6.5 in the Wild and Sabres, and Lightning and Red Wings over 6.5 as well. That's a plus 533 teamer. But I got 2 leans today, and they're 2 money line leans for teams that are just on the edge of making the playoffs and are going to need to start winning games if they're going to make them. So the first one is Columbus. They're a dog tonight, playing the Kings at home. Columbus is at home. They're playing the Kings. Columbus is at 57 points right now, and the other team that is just like above them is at 67, 2 games back. So, I mean, they're 10 points out of a playoff spot, and they're going to start to need winning games if they're going to make them. The other spot like this that I like tonight is the Jets against the Stars. So the Jets, yeah. So I know a couple people are on Stars already. We know how Audie's been good and whatnot, but the Jets have been averaging like 4.5 goals in their past 5 games at home. I mean, if you want to play the over, that could be another play, but at 6, I'm not sure. I feel like it could push. So they always play tight against each other. Stars are 2-1 in the season series against the Jets, winning in OT and shootout, I believe, and the other one was in OT as well. So they both play each other tough. If you feel like it, lay piece could be +1.5 Jackets or +1.5 Winnipeg. I feel comfortable in both, but those are my 2 money line lanes that I like today on the board.
I was surprised to see the Blue Jackets at plus money at home. The Kings have kind of been sliding themselves. I thought it'd be more of a, I guess it's close to a pick 'em, but I like the Blue Jackets today too.
It was a pick 'em at first, but as soon as Holt, I'm not. What am I saying? Holtby is in nets today, so that over makes even more sense, and I feel like Jets make even more sense. So Audie's not in, and I see Chad Elvis is playing, so that's really good. How confident am I on Canes? I seen someone put don't bet against the Penguins. I was like,
Canes. Talk to me about the Canes a little bit because they've been sliding. They lost to my Red Wings. They lost last time out. I know they're back home today, but
So they're playing a Pens team that played Lightning yesterday. I feel like the Pens went all out, getting that 5-1 win. Canes are traveling now back at home. We'll have Ranta and net tonight versus the Smith matchup. I feel like Ranta has the edge, and I feel like the Hurricanes just wanted more. Like Pens just had that yesterday. I feel like they're tired now, and the Hurricanes could take care of business. Like they're a wagon. Let's not forget that the Hurricanes
they're a home wagon. It also did seem like the Pens might have went all out yesterday. I was on the fucking Lightning. They destroyed them. But
agreed. What's minus 200? I mean, the Hurricanes are minus 140, I believe.
The puck line and one of these games.
Oh, yeah. I said lay piece. Simmer down, my guy. Simmer down. Come on. Words matter. But without that, without taking up much more time, I'll let you be. Tempo and pace for now, sir.
Like these picks, Canadian guy. Thanks for coming on.
Yes, sir.
We got Sweatpants Jesus in the house, boys. I know what he's coming with today. I love this pick. How's it going today, man?
Shalom, bro. How are you?
I'm doing well.
Happy Friday, man. It's a beautiful day.
It's a beautiful day.
So I won't go too far into my pick, but I'm definitely also on the Red Wings and Bolts over. I also kind of lean Red Wings plus 1.5, especially at plus money. I just think that they keep this close. It's either going to go one of two ways. I feel like the Red Wings keep it close / possibly win, or the Lightning just destroy them. So I lean Red Wings plus 1.5, but my official pick is the over. Really like that over. I won't talk about it anymore. Everybody's already pitched it to you. I'm sure you love that too, being a Red Wings guy yourself. And I've actually watched
the overs instead of them winning, but I love the over.
Yeah, and I mean, I've been watching them pretty recently just because I've been betting on them consistently over the past couple of weeks, and they've been scoring and they've been playing some pretty good hockey, man. They we all know they beat the Canes. They've just been playing really nice. I actually have a player prop. I'm sure you probably know exactly what the player prop is too. It's Moritz Seider, man, to have a point or his fantasy score. I mean, he's done it 7 straight. It's one of those things like I would rather bet on it and it not hit rather than not bet on it and it hit and then be pissed that I didn't bet on it. That's one that I really like. And also Malkin from the Pens. You guys just kind of discussed that game a little bit. But he's had a point. To have a point is like minus 250, so that's kind of juiced. But he's had a point in 16 of his last 17 games, which is just ridiculous. But his shots on goal is only 2.5. He had 6 last night, and he had 3. He didn't hit it one game, and then he had 3. So I feel like shots on goal, that's probably closer to 110, 120. I feel like that's a really good look for Malkin, who's just been playing ridiculous hockey for them. So those are my looks, man. And thank you so much for hosting today. And I hope your Red Wings score a bunch of goals tonight.
Yeah, I hope so. They should either score a bunch or let a bunch in. Either way.
Either way, man. As long as it goes over, we're all happy.
Yeah. Thanks for coming on, man.
Right. Yeah, have a good weekend, bro.
You too. Chad, I know it's been pitched 100 times, but I love the over. How do we feel about the over in the Wings game? I love it. Also, somebody mentioned, are we doing a community lay today? Go over that again. Yes. We've got a poll or whatever coming up with right now. At the end, it'll be dropped so you guys can vote. You guys hit it yesterday. You guys hit your lay. You guys got the push on Purdue Fort Wayne. That was nice. Good hit. But moving on, we got Jeff Swim. What do you got for us today?
What's going on, Wylie? How are you, bud?
I'm doing well.
All right. So I know this has only been pitched once, but Milwaukee Bucks -5. All right. I know you said you can get behind it. Chicago got clapped by Atlanta last night. It's just simple. Trae Young absolutely splashed on them. They're on a back-to-back. Now they have to travel as well on a back-to-back back home. Milwaukee, they've been pretty hot lately. They're starting to come around as a team. So being led by Giannis. Even though Chicago is injured, I think it's going to be close until they're going to get tired. They're going to get gassed out in that fourth quarter when it comes down to free throws and just overall possessions. So I definitely like the Bucks here. I got it last night at 3.5, but I still like it at 5.
I do too. Chicago, again, I said it earlier, they've faded away in these bigger games, to be honest. They're beating up on the lower teams, not these bigger teams.
No, and it's starting to become playoff time where the big teams need to start making that push. And Milwaukee's coming around. I mean, they are a championship team, so they're going to start showing it here shortly.
Yeah, I do like this pick. Thanks for coming on today, man.
Thanks, man. Appreciate it.
Sure. We got Caleb Betts. What do you got for us today?
What up, boss? I got a prop for you.
All right.
So I'm going to be going with Isaiah Stewart on the Pistons. I'm going to do 9.5 rebounds. First of all, I like that this dude is really consistent. He's 12th in paint touches per game. So that's just a good metric because he doesn't shoot threes at all. So he doesn't stay on the perimeter, and he's in the post for both offensive and defensive sets. But for today specifically, against the Pacers, in their last 11 games, the opposing centers have covered in 10 straight. So you have Mo Bamba dropping 12 and 10, Robert Williams dropping 11, Isaiah Robert dropping 11. So, and then in 10 of those 11 games, the only person that dropped less than 10 was Thomas Bryant, but Kyle Kuzma dropped 15. And the reason because of this is after Pacers traded away Sabonis and they have Miles Turner and TJ Warren still injured, they have no big guys that can fund the perimeter. So they have both Goga Batadze, who is dealing with a foot injury and is limited, and Isaiah Jackson, both just sitting in the paint on both offense and defense, which means that I like this a lot because Isaiah Stewart, not only is he, just a good rebound gobbler, both the guys he's playing against are going to be sitting in the paint the whole game. So that means he's just going to be in there, which is just a good value for a lot of potential rebounds. I have 2 units on his over 9.5, and then I have 1 unit laddering from 12 rebounds up to 16 at plus 1,000.
All right. Yeah, no, I could definitely get behind this. Stewart's been kind of a wagon on the glass. I like this pick.
Yeah, I like him. And, dude, usually he's, undersized in these matchups because he's only 6'9", but he is 250 pounds, and he outweighs both of the Pacer centers. So
he gets after it for sure. He's a
strong
he
man.
fights. I like these picks, man. Thanks for coming on.
Appreciate it. Thanks for having me.
Sure. We got OG Vsauce in the house. Talk to me about the NBA, man. Point me in the right direction. What do you got for us today?
How you doing, Wylie? Fuck yeah. So I got a bunch of props in the NBA, but I'll give you one prop and one total that I like a lot. So the total that I like a lot is the Sixers and Cavs over 216.
Okay.
It's sitting at, I feel like it's sitting pretty low. They're not taking into account this new Philly team. With James Harden in 3 games, they put up 123, 125, and 133 points in the last 3 games. They're getting to the free throw line at a ridiculous rate. Because of that, they're scoring a lot of points. And I know the Cavs, I do think Philly covers. Honestly, I couldn't even tell you if Philly covers. I feel like the Cavs are due for a win. They know that they need this. They were a really good team. They are fully healthy, so I don't see why they're not playing like they were earlier in the season. But I think Garland has 30-plus his lot. That's the prop I'm going to give you. Garland over 20.5 points on Prize Picks. I got him last night at 19.5. He was sitting at there, but they moved him up now. His last few games, he's at 24, 27, 27, 30, 33. He's averaging 20 shots per game, Wylie, in his last 5 games. So the usage is there. He had 27 versus Philly 2 weeks ago. He's going to have to shoot a lot and score a lot for them to stay in this game. And I think this game stays close to the fourth quarter, and we see 30, 40 free throws from Embiid and Harden. So that's what I'm going with today. Over 216, the Cavs and Sixers, and then Garland over 19.5 points.
All right. I like these picks. Let me talk to you about some other picks we got here. We heard Suns. And I like the Suns to cover until Papu came on and sold the fucking Knicks. What do you think in that game?
I think the Knicks are terrible. They're terrible on the road. They're terrible against the West Coast. We saw what happened when they went to where they get blasted by the Clippers. They got beat by the Jazz before. They got beat down every time. I think this Suns team is being slept on because they don't have Booker and they don't have CP, but they're winners. Like all around, all these dudes have been to the finals. All of them have been playing great basketball, and they still have DeAndre Ayton, who's still the best player on the floor in that game. So I think they cover 6.5. They're a terrible team, and they're terrible on the West Coast.
That was my thoughts, and then Papu was like, "Nah, Nick's gonna stick around."
Honestly,
I like the Suns.
I love
We'll
Papu's
see.
picks, and I think he's surgical with it. But when he picks the Knicks, it's just
Yeah.
I feel like the Knicks are his bane. He cannot call the Knicks game at all.
Can't call
Also,
the Knicks
the Bucks game.
The Bucks game, yeah, that's the other one.
So I was listening, and I like the Bucks to win, but they're a team that wins the games, but they don't cover a lot. They're 12-22 against the spread at home. Like they're a really, really bad against the spread team, but a really, really good team. So I don't know what their money line is, but if we're gonna put it in I guess the community layer or whatever, however it's gonna work, that might be a better lay piece than -5.5. Just because like Bulls have been getting waxed again and again. Like at some point you gotta get pissed off. DeRozan's been playing terribly the last few games after that streak. Like I don't know if this is gonna continue or if it's gonna stop. But like you were saying, they're terrible against big teams.
Yeah,
They
for
can't
sure.
show up.
Yeah, 100%. I like these picks. You've talked me back onto the Suns. I think Suns is the better piece.
Yeah, Suns I would take at -6.5. I'd feel better than I would taking the Bucks at -5.5. One more total that's actually come down a lot. I don't know if I'm going to take it yet, but I'll let you know if I do. Is the Jazz and Pelicans total? I like that one. I know Trent's at that game. If anybody wants action on that game, just because he's there.
I was gonna say we need some action on that game. Somebody give me something because Trent's gonna be at that game. We gotta have a pick.
So the total last night was sitting at 228. It's dropped down to 223 now. It's dropped down 5 points, which is a lot, I think, for an NBA game overnight. Yeah. And especially with no injury news, nothing like that. I feel like this game is gonna go over. The Jazz have been okay on defense, still allowing about 112 points per game. But the Pelicans are scoring a lot since they've gotten CJ. And now that their rotation has found its groove, they've kind of, CJ and BI are finally playing good. BI had 31 last game. CJ had multiple 30-point games. And I think they both go over tonight the points line. 20.5 and 22.5 for these two guys is pretty disrespectful. And I know Sage was talking about this earlier that people were worried about BI. But honestly, there's no reason that both of these guys can't put up 24, 25 points each.
Yeah, I could get behind this over. We got to have some action on the game.
I think so. I think over's the funnest thing. Like, you really want Trent at the game sweating out and under?
It's for sure. He wants points. We want points.
Yeah,
I think that's the pick in that game for Trent.
I think
thanks, Vsauce.
I think prize picks, if you want in that game, just BI and CJ should both go in that prize picks.
All right. Thanks. Appreciate the.
Thank you for hosting, Wylie. You're doing a great job.
Yeah. Thanks, Vsauce. I'm back on the fucking Suns, guys. I'm back on the Suns. Fuck Papu, respectfully. Love Papu, but fuck the Knicks, man. Fuck the Knicks. We got Guru Griff. What do you got for us today, man?
What is up, Wylie? What is up? It's been a long time since I've been on here. It's criminal. It's criminal that no one has came on here and given UFC picks for tomorrow. It is the greatest card throughout the year. It's the greatest card throughout the year. I have 2 plays for you. It is RDA. This is a 5-round fight that I think his name is Mccollum, the guy who he's facing. He's coming in on short notice. This is a 5-round fight. RDA, I think it's -180. This is a beautiful money a parlay piece for you. And I got a dog for you. It is Nikolai gosh, these names, man. Some of these names, Nurgamanu, Nikolai. If you see it, it's Nikolai. He's about plus 115. It's about plus 115. He's fighting a giant. Don't get me wrong, he is fighting an absolute giant. But this giant, a gust of wind hits his chin, and he's out for the count. Go with Nikolai. We got him at plus 115. Not a huge dog, but I'm telling you, man, RDA and Nikolai, I love those guys. Tomorrow's UFC card is going to be great.
All right, man. I'm going to be honest. I don't know that I've ever hit a UFC bet. I'm not big into it, but I'm going to blindly tail these. And
it's gonna be a great card tomorrow. The main event is Colby Covington versus Masvidal. I mean, Colby Covington's a huge favorite, but I mean, he's got the wrestling hospitals, got the striking. I would stay away from that. I would try to find some value in the lower cards. But like I said, RDA and Nikolai. That's what I like tomorrow.
All right, man. Thanks for coming on.
Thank you, Wiley.
Sure. You've got Stone Bets. Give me a college basketball lock, Stone Bets. What do you got for us today?
I don't have a college basketball lock, man.
Oh man.
I have been ice cold there. But I'm rocking with Northern Iowa money line right now. It's about to cash, I think. I've got it parlayed with my play with the Rangers. New York Rangers -160. They're at the Garden tonight. That's kind of all I got for it, man. Rangers at the Garden.
Rangers.
Yeah, I'm kind of surprised no one's talked about it yet. But yeah, Rangers money line's like -160 right now. I've got that parlayed with Northern Iowa for a little bit of plus money, so I'll have that opportunity to hedge if I want, but I'm not going to. Rangers in the Garden, I think they get it done tonight. They're strictly the better team, much better than the Devils, so I think they get it done tonight.
Is Igor net?
He hasn't been confirmed yet, but I think he should be.
Okay, yeah, it's hard to fade him in the Garden.
Exactly. So that's kind of the only analysis I got behind that. Yeah, man, couldn't really find anything I loved on the college basketball slate for that. So yeah, that's all I got tonight.
That's all right. No need to force nothing if you're not
exactly. It's a lot of games coming up soon, so got to save the units for the tournament.
Yep, for sure. Thanks, Stone Bets.
Cool. Appreciate it, Wiley.
Yes, sir. Chat, is Igor in the Garden? Is he in tonight? Because I could get behind it if he's in. If he's not in, I mean, the Devils have been putting up points. They've been putting up points. We got fake Leaf fan in the queue. What do you got for us today?
I'm riding pretty high off that Blackhawks dub last night.
I was on that too.
Good man. I was getting chirped pretty hard from the other Leafs fan. And that actually caught a block. So I don't know what that was about. But anyways, I got a couple picks and then prize picks. So I'm starting off with the Stars and Jets game. This season, the Stars have beaten the Jets twice, both in 1-goal games in Dallas. But they're in Winnipeg tonight, and the Stars are 1-9 in the last 10 meetings in Winnipeg. So I like Winnipeg for like -120 or whatever it is. It's a good number. And then some shot on goal props. I got Patrick Laine. He's been smoking the puck at the net as of lately, getting 4, 3, 3, 4, 4, 5 shots. Like, it's unreal. And then Lucas Raymond on my book, he's ridiculously low, 1.5. And he's been smacking this too. So it's a no-brainer.
I'd like Raymond shots for sure. He's been tearing it up recently.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's what I got.
I like these picks. Thanks for going on.
Yeah.
We got Dilberto. Go Dilberto in the queue. What do you got for us today, man?
Yo, what's good? It's my Bengals bucket hat, but I never wear it, so I might as well throw it on. But I'm only giving you one play. I have Evan Fournier over 14.5 points tonight against the Suns. I think the line's pretty low. I mean, he averages 14 on the season, but I think in this game he's going to have to put up a lot of points in order for the Knicks to stay competitive. And he usually hits quite a bit of threes, and I think that he does that tonight against the Suns. But that's what I got.
Just a player prop today. Nothing enticing in college basketball today?
Well, I tweeted out 4 plays, but people can go check my Twitter out for those. So
okay,
but they're all unders. It's a bricked Friday, so we're hoping for bricks all around the board tonight.
Let me talk to you about a couple picks in college basketball, if you don't mind. Portland, did they win tonight?
Wait, can you say that one more time? Sorry.
Portland money line against San Diego.
I lean Portland. But that game's a little bit too sketchy for me. I was actually looking at that earlier. Because San Diego, they're inconsistent on how they show up each week. And I think that if the team that's good shows up, I think that San Diego could win or should win. But it's just they're so inconsistent. I feel like Portland's the more consistent team. So I definitely lean Portland in that one.
One more. Anything in the Mountain West today? Utah State, San Jose State.
I was looking at that game earlier, but it's I was leaning Utah State, but I'm also iffy about that because San Jose State's only won one game in conference, and I think this is their last game of the year before
the conference,
before the tournament. Yeah, so it's iffy, and Utah State hasn't looked good. So I'm either thinking Utah State has a really good game and blows them out to get ready for the conference tournament, or we see San Jose State show up, which they normally never do. But
yeah.
But yeah, I'm staying away from that one. That one's a little bit too sketchy for me because Utah State has been so inconsistent lately.
All right.
So
fair enough. 48 points. Play of the day.
Yeah. That's what I got.
That. Thanks, Doberto.
Yeah.
All right, Chad. I think that's about it. At least everybody that's in the queue right now. We've got a little bit more time. It is a smaller slate. I don't expect us to fill up the full normal time like we normally do. But I'll drop the link real fast. Anybody else that wants to come up, pitch something that we haven't heard, I'm down. If not, we'll get to surgery a little bit early today. So let me drop the link. We got Lockmyth in here. Lockmyth, talk to me.
What's going on, boys? What's up, Wylie? How you doing?
What's good? I thought you were muted. What's good?
Let's see what we got going on here. I was just looking at some of the picks that have been given out. Don't want to re-give out anything else. I definitely heard Rangers.
Yeah, we just heard Rangers for the first
Did we hear Minnesota Wild and Reg?
No, we did not.
I love Wild and Reg without Talbot in net tonight. He's been the worst of the two goalies they have at minus 120 after barely beating the somehow hot Philadelphia Flyers. I'm going to bounce back to the Wild again here in Reg. And then for player props that are going to the NHL, I'm going to swing over to the LA Kings and take Adrian Kempe over 2.5 shots. He's been averaging over 4 shots per game on the road, and he's moved up to the first line power play, and he's been moved up to the first line as well. He's been averaging between 18 and 20 minutes a game, and we love guys on the ice.
All right. I could get behind both these picks. Definitely maybe the Wild have turned their shit around yesterday, sneaking out that one in Reg.
I mean, their power. The reason why it was even close is the amount of penalties that were called in that game, and somehow, because the Wild's PK has been so bad, it allowed the Flyers to score, whose power play has been last in the league since the start of the league. Their power play has been horrendous. So that was the reason why that game was even close. If it wasn't for the power plays, it wouldn't even have been close. 5-on-5 play, the Wild dominated.
All right. Yeah, no, I like these picks. Thanks for going on, man.
Let's get this money.
Let's got to get it. Let's go. All right, Chad. I think that's it. I'm going to be honest. There's like 30-something games today. I've got like 20 written down, so we've covered most of the slate. Brandon, pop it in. What do you got for us today? Most of the slate. Brandon, pop it in.
Hey, Wylie. How you doing, Chad?
What do you got for us today? How's it going?
I'm pitching Toledo minus 16.
Got a mute, maybe.
I'm pitching Can you hear me now?
I can hear you. You've got something in the background. I'll bring you back. Strando, what do you got for us today? Muted. You're not muted, but your mic's not coming through. I'll bring you back if you figure it out. What do you got today? All right, man. Thanks. Brandon, you figured it out? You got the other Stu muted?
Yeah. Sorry about that.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm pitching Toledo minus 15.5. They're playing Bowling Green. Bowling Green just got their big home game to end the year against Ohio. Toledo's a wagon. I think they're like 22-8 against the spread this year. They're playing for the MAC championship, so Toledo's my pick.
All right. Yeah, no, this is also my play of the day. Got to ride the Toledo wagon one last time.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Thanks, man. Like this pick. We got Chase. He's got something to say. Maybe about his picks again. Chase, what do you got?
Yeah, I just got one more thing to say about the Jets Stars game. I'm a big Stars fan. I follow a lot of the guys. Sagan and Haskin are both trending towards out tonight. Best defenseman and one of our best offensive producers there. They're dealing with an illness, and Holtby is in net. Stars are not the same on the road. I don't see them winning this game. I would take the team total over 2.5. That's sitting at minus 150 right now. They still have a lot of ways to produce offense. Jason Robertson's a really good player. And he'll get a little extra playing time with Sagan off the ice tonight, but I would definitely take the Jets. That's coming from a Stars fan. I hate to say it, but yeah, I just don't see a way we win. We're not the same team on the road, so it's hard to beat a team 3 times as well. So
Jets today. Jets might be the play.
Absolutely. I'm going to do it. All right.
Thanks for going on.
Yeah.
Cool. Guys, we got Brewer in the house. He pulled through. I didn't know if he would. Brewer, talk to me. What do you got today?
What's up, brother? How we doing today so far?
Doing well. We've heard some NHL. What do you got for us?
That's good. I loved the LA game over with Columbus for sure.
Yep.
That one's nice. That's one that really stood out to me. But that's probably haven't heard a bunch. The one game that stood out to me that a lot are gonna hate would be the Wild and Buffalo game.
Over?
I'm leaning Buffalo in this one.
Oh, you're leading Buffalo.
Yeah, I am.
Interesting.
It's a question. Well, it's a really big hot take for sure, man, 'cause they can go either way. I mean, the Wild found their legs towards the end of the game last night. But this is just one of those games that the Buffalo could take. The Buffalo won the last game against the Wild as well. It was 3-2. It's one of those games, but I really like the LA game for sure.
Yeah, I like the LA game over as well.
Yeah, absolutely.
Going back to Buffalo, I mean, the Wild's been fumbling. They found a way to win that one in reg last night, but outside of that, they've been struggling. So I could
man,
definitely
they've been a mess. Like their goaltending has been absolute dog shit lately.
Yeah,
I know they got Talbot's not in that tonight, which is huge for them. But I don't know, man. Buffalo's just weird. They find ways to like win these games against the Leafs, for an example. They absolutely shit pump them. I don't know, man. Tage Thompson's been disgusting for Buffalo. Craig Anderson's been playing solid too. It's one of those weird games.
Yeah, for sure. I could get behind the Kings though. I think that might be a late piece, 100%.
Yeah, absolutely, man. I have that couple units on that for sure already. So
thanks, Brewer. Thanks for going on.
Yeah, no worries, man.
Yes, sir. All right, chat. I think that's about it. We heard some solid plays today. Got a formal lay. We dropped the straw poll. We got the community lay going. That should be dropped soon, so we can form the community lay. But let's look at some of these other games as well. We've got Portland. I'm gonna go over these real quick. See which ones I really like. I like Portland money line. I could get behind the Wings over. I like that one a lot. Yeah, straw poll also just got dropped in the chat. Vote for your favorite play of the day. See what we've got. Nikki, I'm not sure he's coming on today, unfortunately. But I'm going to run over these plays while you guys vote, see which ones I like the most. I like Portland money line. I think they won. They just 30-piece the San Diego team. I don't see that happening again, but I see them winning for sure. Red Wings over. Everybody's on it, but I see it happening again. Let's see. Kings over. I love that play. The Suns, I was talked back onto it. Fuck the Knicks. Knicks suck. Suns have still been a wagon even without Booker and Paul. Hawks money line or the -4. I like the -4, but money line could be a lay piece. Kent State money line. We didn't hear that as much as I thought we would. I really like Kent State today. They're playing for a chance to at least share the MAC. Obviously, Toledo would have to lose, which is my pick of the day, but the players are going to be playing as if Toledo's going to lose. They're going to want to win this game at home. Big revenge spot. Buzz sold the shit out of High Point. He brings up a good point. A lot of these conference tournament games, whether it's like the 7 seed, 2 seed, which is what this game is, they're going to be close. Every single team's fighting for their whole season right now. A chance to make some magic happen. So I could see that game being close for sure. Wasn't sold on the 76ers. I did like the over. I like the Bucks -5. Vsauce says he was a little sketch on it, but I do like the Bucks. Maybe the money line could be a piece. I did like Richmond. CBJ money line. I lean that way, but it's a little sketch for a lay. Jets money line. Maybe a little sketch for a lay too. We only heard the Rangers once, but if Igor's in net, I think Rangers in the Garden has to be the play there. And then I mean, my pick of the day is Toledo. We heard it once at the end there. I don't think Toledo's a lay piece either. I'm just kind of riding it to finish it off. So let me pull up the straw poll real quick and see what people are voting for. Got it on my phone. A lot of people, obviously Detroit over. That's the favorite right now. And then we got Rangers money line coming in late. Is Igor confirmed, chat? Do we have Igor in net? Does anybody know? Got it. If Igor's not confirmed, I think that's a stay away. We run in the top 8 lay. It'll be the top 4. The top 4.
What up, Wylie? You mean to put me in here?
I didn't click anything. But what's good, Ryan? Talk to me about some of these NHL games.
I was gonna say I don't think it's what up. I don't think it's Igor. The line is suggesting I think it'd be Georgiev, their backup.
All right. Well,
which I think is a stay away, to be honest.
Yeah, chat. Stop fucking voting for the Rangers. You want that in your lay.
And then the fire hat game that we have going on right now, boys.
Seriously, wow! I need my shades though, Mush. I forgot my
So
shades.
much respect. You know what I mean? It's Friday.
I love it.
I was about to bring you guys up though. What are we feeling? What stood out to you?
I'll say one thing for the Wild game. I wouldn't put them in the lay. Like they've been super sketchy recently. These two guys that are out for them, Dumba and Greenway, are like they're not huge point producers, but they're huge morale guys. They play completely differently when they're not in the lineup. They're back Sunday, but I would stay away from them tonight, to be honest. I prefer Brewers pick with the Sabres, like +1.5 even. But my favorite hockey picks.
Well.
Yeah, for sure. My favorite hockey picks are the 2 overs, the Kings and Jackets over, the Red Wings and Lightning over. I love, really love. And then I think the Blue Jackets money line's a sneaky play tonight, to be honest, too.
All right, yeah. No, I could get behind the Blue Jackets. I don't know if it's a lay piece, but definitely take it straight at plus money.
Yeah,
I like that pick. Mush, what stood out to you on the either NBA?
Yeah, I'm really liking Kent State money line as well. It is a revenge spot, and Kent State has been playing so well. Buffalo got Kent State earlier in the year, so I think it's a great position for them to, at this point in the year, handle business. I believe that is still a regular season game, and in Kent State, we haven't where's Gardner Webb, dude? We have to show respect to my guy Prophet E Sage. Like the kid is super sharp. Came out here, said it with his chest yesterday with the Detroit money line and for them to cover. So hey man, it might sound ugly, but he's boys with crabs, and we know that the ugly bets typically are the right bets. So I have that booked and feeling super comfortable with that.
I on one of the episodes of Behind the Lines, I had Gardner Webb as my sleeper pick to win that conference tournament, which is what they're in right now. I could get behind Gardner Webb on the money line.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm not a college basketball sharp by any means, but I've seen a lot of good people on Gardner Webb today for sure. I like that pick. I'll probably ride that money line for sure.
Absolutely. Definitely needs to be in consideration. Shout out to the chat for, this is the new dynamic worked out perfectly. So I'm glad that we decided to do that. I think it also just has us ending on such a better sentiment instead of being like, all right, what sells this lay? Saying, all right, what are your favorite picks? Let's all squad ride this together. So I'm glad that we're doing this. I hope that it makes a huge impact on what we receive on our end, because I don't want to, beat a whatever it's called, beat a horse, whatever. I don't know the saying, but man, the slack that is sent our way is just ridiculous. We have such a good opportunity to bring everyone from all over the world together with one goal, and we should all be on the same team. But we'll address that at another time for the third time in 2 months. But back to these picks. I like the Sixers over, the over in the Jazz Pelicans game. We can do a squad ride on that separately, but last night I was with the model guys in Discord and we were going over this. And I have this projected at 240, and Data's model had it at 233. So it keeps falling.
It's still falling. It's down to 222.5 for me. Which is weird.
222.5. I mean, I booked it last night. I booked it again this morning. We can say that we're doing it for the vibes because Trent is going to be courtside, and what's better than rooting for an over courtside? Everyone's healthy.
Yeah,
everyone's healthy. I think that it is such a great spot to go over. Is chat saying anything right now about what they're leaning on? Not really.
Hear me out on this. I don't want to overthink everything today. I've got a 4-legger. I'm open to changing it, but right now it's Kings over, Wings over, the Kent State money line, and then the Suns money line to be safe. I'm down to take the Suns -6 too.
Yeah.
That sounds like
I feel like we're obligated to do what are the 4 we have right now? Oh, that Phoenix line. I trust the great solid. The Phoenix line scares me just a little bit. Have you been focusing? I guess you focus kind of primarily on college basketball. I know they're playing the Knicks, who can come out like they've just been drinking promethazine for 3 weeks straight. But I mean, there's a lot of injuries on that team, and the Knicks can be capable. But I feel like, you know what I mean? Like, if this is the new format, then we got to rock with the Detroit over, 76ers covering, Rangers money line, and Suns. The next 4 being
those are the
Kings
top 4
over,
right now.
What's that?
Yeah, Rangers.
Those are the top 4 right now.
The top 4.
Those are the top 4 right now.
Wow.
The next 4 are this night. It's the Richmond +4, which I'm just obsessed with. And then this Portland game and the Bucks -5.
Yeah. So we're not doing the med kit today. We're doing the community lay, which will be whatever the top 4 is. And then I'm gonna have my lay and then an auto tail. So for my lay, I was thinking Kings, Wings over. Love both those overs. The Kent State money line. And then I was thinking Suns money line, but Chet seems to hate that. So I'm down to find another piece other than Suns. What are we thinking?
I mean, dude, we can give
Portland. I could get behind Portland.
Or Gardner Webb, maybe.
We can give Sage his time to shine and rock a little Gardner Webb. I mean, it's sharp. It's sharp. We don't need to put Richmond in there, but I feel like you were also on the same side of that. And for it to be +4, then to see that G Unit has it going -2.5 on Richmond's side, but I don't want to force that in. So I already have enough action on that. The hockey overs tonight, I think, are going to take us home. So we had 3 in there yesterday, or 3 hockey picks in there yesterday. I think there's no shame in doing that. We want to win a parlay. You know what I mean? So these hockey overs have been smacking for 2.5 months now. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I've got 2 hockey overs in this one. I think the 3 are set. I'm going to take the Suns out of mine. I think it's Portland or Gardner Webb. Which one would you guys rather see? What do you think?
I think Gardner, in my opinion, but
Gardner Webb.
Yeah, I don't know a damn thing about that Portland game. I didn't look at it at all.
I'm down to just sit it and forget it. That gets just a +777. Lucky 7s.
That's lucky.
Oh,
that's let's go right there. That's Friday vibes right there for sure.
It's a sign.
That's so. What is it? It's Kings Wings over, Kent State money line.
Kent State money line, and then Gardner Webb money line, just to play it safe.
Oh, just doing the 3?
What? No. Kings. The Wings play the Lightning. It's 2 different overs. Wings over, Kings over.
Idiot.
Kent State money line, Gardner Webb money line. It gets us to +77. I like this lay. This will be my lay.
I like it, Wylie.
Now we need an auto tail.
That's Smacky Balboa right there.
So let's come up with the auto tail. I do want an NBA pick in here for the auto tail. What are we thinking?
I mean, the auto tail, it should just be the top 4 then. But I guess we just did the Wings over. So you can take the Wings over out.
The top 4 is going to be the community lay. There's 3 different lays.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Trent wanted to do the community lay again, which is whatever the top 4. I'm shocked that guys, you should really vote the Rangers out of there.
Yeah,
Vote something
that's a sketchy line, man.
Igor's not in net. If you guys haven't voted, go vote.
I mean, dude, I have the over in that game.
I prefer the over because the Devils goalie's brutal, but the Devils offense is really unpredictable. Like sometimes, like we saw against Pittsburgh, they scored 7 goals against them last week and destroyed them. So it's super unpredictable, these two teams.
I'll bring you guys back because I want to.
What about the Wild Sabres? Why is the Wild Sabres over?
That over would be nice because it's
yeah.
I like that over better than the.
Let me bring you
Rangers,
guys back. Yours in the queue. He hasn't come up yet, but I'll bring you guys back up.
Okay. He's gonna talk us off of the Suns.
He's gonna talk us off everything. We'll see. Dior.
Oh, yo, how we doing?
How's it
Sorry,
going?
I just came home from work. Love the stream so far. My NBA picks are I am leaning towards the Knicks, but laying the points on the Knicks, that is kind of hard. But if you want to look at something, a sneaky great play in that game would be the over. Knicks tend to score high at away team. They don't focus on defense at home. They don't like to lock. They lock in at home, not in away. I feel like the line is at 6.5. It's staying there for a reason. Like, it's not trending up. So Vegas, it's going to be a wishy-washy game. So I feel like it's going to be a great game. I'm going to be watching it. But look at that over. But my pick of the day would be Minnesota -9.5. They're facing OKC on the road. Minnesota has been great on the road. You can see what we did against the Cavs when we put them in LA. OKC does have a boatload of injuries. These guys are not, they're home. Yeah, they just beat Denver. That was a choke job by Denver. They couldn't defeat the job, but lightning don't strike twice in the same place is a saying I like to go by. I like Minnesota to beat, because Minnesota is also looking for wins so they can stay in a comfortable spot. I believe they're in 7th place. They do not want to drop. So these are the games they have to win. They're going to come out firing. They're not going to be lax like Denver. Denver, I believe, is like in 5th, 6th place. But Minnesota do need these wins. I like Minnesota today. But yeah, and over that I do like is the Pacers in Detroit. You have 2 young teams. Pacers are all on a rest. Detroit is coming back home. They did beat the Raptors. So you can say, is they're going to be heavy-footed or winded, but Pacers do come out. You know how they love to score. Pacers, Halliwagon, all of those guys. So, yeah, I like those. I do like the Philly over. I heard Mush talking about it.
Philly over I can get behind. Philly over I can get behind for the auto tail. I do like the T-Wolves too. It wasn't
T-Wolves.
great, but I like it.
Yes, sir. I mean, big spreads are the one that hits. It's not going to be pretty. That's a line that is trending up, but regarding to the Suns, I would not put that. I wouldn't put it in my lay. Suns money line or Suns 6.5. Because
anything on the Bucks.
On the Bucks, it's +5. It is sketch. They're in the Windy City. It's +5, and it's in the Windy City.
All right.
I can't bet against home teams because they like to explode. Show up for the crowd. But yeah, nothing on the Bucks for me at all.
All right, Dior. Thanks for
Yes,
coming
sir.
on. Sir. All right, Mush. Sarah. I think we can all get behind the 76ers over here and Dior on it as well. I'm down to throw that one in the auto toe.
So we have the Wild Sabres over, which I really like. Right, sir, as long as you sign off on that.
Yeah, I like it. The Sabre, Craig Anderson.
Is Brewer in here too?
I don't know. He likes the Sabres tonight. He likes the Sabres tonight.
Yeah.
The backup for the Minnesota is playing tonight. He has been better than their starter, but his numbers haven't been great, and Wild have been giving up so many goals on the road. So, I think it's an over spot there.
Over.
So what
about Wylie? What about Kane's money line? Canadian God gave that, I think, as one of his plays. I think that's pretty clinical, but I know it's a little sketch because the Pens played last night. But I think it'd be good late piece.
Yeah, I'll say that one's sketch to me because the Canes lost to my Red Wings. I know the Red Wings suck, and they also dropped their last one out. It's a good bounce back spot for them at home, good value. It did seem kind of like the Pens went all out to beat the Lightning last night.
Especially if DeSmith starts for Pittsburgh and Nets. They haven't confirmed their goalie. Then I think it's a real good play.
Yeah, I could
The
get
Ducks.
that.
The Ducks have been playing kind of poorly, and VGK played last night, and aren't they battling a bunch of injuries?
Yeah, their goalie's kind of hurt right now. Didn't really show last night. Leonard played pretty solid, but I mean, he still let in 4. I prefer the Ducks. They have Mark Stone's out, Pacioretty's out.
Yeah.
Eichel hasn't been anything special yet. I actually do like the Ducks. I think there's value with them being. I think they're home dogs. So, yeah, that's not bad either.
So, the new top 4 for the community lay is the Detroit over, Philly -6.5. The Kings over, which is also in my lay. I'm not against having them in both lays. It's going to smack. And then Phoenix -6.5. That's the community lay as of now. If you haven't voted, feel free to go vote. This one's on you guys. You guys hit yesterday. But we've got 76ers over, Wild over 6.5. Maybe the Canes. We were thinking the Canes.
Yeah, Canes with Canadian God. That feels like an auto tail.
Yeah, that's in his lay with the Wild over and the Lightning over, I believe.
Do we? Yeah, is he in the studio or no?
He is not. He was earlier. Yeah, I can get on the pick.
Yeah, Brewer is in the studio chat saying that the Ducks money line is a nice play too. Could be a little bold just because they haven't been playing well, but I mean, home team going against an injured team on a back-to-back.
I just think there's better picks out there from what we've heard. What about we've got 3 legs if we're rolling with the Canes. We don't have to go Canes. No Jets. What are you guys' thoughts on the Jets?
I do, especially with Sege and Heiskanen out. I do really like the Jets, but man, how many times have they sold away for so many people? I feel it just keep them out.
Just keep them out.
There isn't a chance in hell.
Yeah,
that I'm going to touch a Jets game, man. We can't get it right. We cannot get it right.
All right, I'm down. I really like Portland. I don't want to sleep on Portland. We had a couple guys come up really sell Portland.
Throw it in.
It's like on the auto tail.
I like Portland. I like the Pilots.
I know I have not capped a single Portland game. I haven't looked at them. I haven't labbed it, so I'm not even going to give my opinion. If you guys want to put it in the auto tail and you believe the pitches, I wasn't here for the pitches on Portland, so that's for you guys to decide on.
Let me look real quick. G Unit has Portland -2.5. They just got to win.
Is it too much of a scrutiny buy? Is it too skirted?
I don't necessarily think so. I mean, again, they 30-pieced them last time out. I don't see them 30-piecing them, but I could see them pulling away just a nice little 10-point win.
And it's a nice little late night sweat if the other legs hit.
Take me home. Portland, take me home.
I mean, dude, I want the Portland over so bad. You know what I mean? Like, if it's 2 fully healthy teams in New Orleans. New Orleans isn't known for their defense. Both of these teams can score. If they're just letting it fly, 222.
Yeah, the line movement just doesn't make sense. Like, obviously the books know something we don't. I mean, they could be dead wrong, but to see the line move like 7 points, close to 7 points now, that's sketch. I'm down to ride the over. I mean, Trent's going to be at that game. I think we all straight bet this. I don't know if it goes.
I booked it last night.
What'd you get it at?
Because it keeps going down.
Oh, it keeps going down. Okay.
I've been booking it. Do we have the who are the Lightning playing?
The Red Wings.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I love that over a ton. The Kings are playing the Jackets.
So for the auto tail, if we want to lock it in,
playing Chicago on a back-to-back.
The auto tail is full. If you guys are sold on it.
What are they again, Wylie?
The 76ers over. You said you like that one, right, Mike? 76ers over. You said I thought you said you liked it. Dior said he liked it too.
Well, Vsauce is on that Garland over.
At 216.5 and Garland coming back. I like that. Philly, I mean, dude, wow. I don't know what I like more, the over in that game or Cleveland to keep it close enough. I like the over. Let's go with the over.
Yeah, we've got the over in there. You guys like the Wild. I like the Wild over. Feels like an overs day. Canes money line. I could swap that one out, but if you guys like it, down to throw it in there. And then Portland to wrap it up.
I like it. It could be Canes money line or like maybe Jackets plus 1.5. Either or of those picks I do really like, but I feel like people would be more pumped up about the Hurricanes money line.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not
Canadian guy.
I mean, we're riding with the Vision CG on that one. If he feels confident enough to come in and have it as his pitch of the day, you do just auto tail. Hurricanes have been a little bit scary as of late, not playing the best, but I have no issue blind tailing my guy, which I have been doing for 2 months.
I don't think the Canes lose 3 in a row, and they lost 2 of those games like real bad, both of those games.
Yeah.
I guess that's not against Detroit, but it was a tough loss. Tough way to lose that game, at least.
Yeah,
it's a nice bounce back spot at home. I think we lock it in. I think we've
got
it.
What's the fourth one?
Portland.
Portland money line?
Yeah, for college basketball.
Over Richmond.
Yeah, I like that.
Okay.
I'm more confident in Portland, to be honest. I do like Richmond. I'll probably take it straight. It's just the Bonnies they show up some nights they don't. I don't know.
How about, what about a school that this is the auto tail, right? So this is the one where it's like, I don't really know much about that, but you guys are pitching it. You've hopefully done enough research, but Kent State money line as well.
That's in my lay. I don't want to.
It's in your lay.
Yeah.
There we have it.
Kent State.
Lock it in.
So I think we've got the 2 lays. We've got
one game we haven't talked about is this matchup between the Hawks and the Wizards, which just reeks.
You know what? I love the Hawks, actually. Before we wrap this up,
is Trey in?
Welcome.
Trey's in. Trey played last night. It's kind of crazy that it's only at 22-24.5. Neither team plays any defense at all. It's really, you're just, if you want to lean that over, you're banking on the Wizards being able to score, where, Atlanta literally does not play defense, but
I think the play in that game
you just got to rely on the Wizards to get there, which I don't know.
I'd take Hawks spread in that game, not a total. The Hawks have been rolling recently, but I'm down to keep the lays that we've got. I don't want to look back on a lay that we had, see it hit, and then switch it for some loser. I think we've got the lays. The community parlay, it's looking like Detroit overs in there, Philly minus 7.5, the Kings over, and the Suns minus 6.5. It is a tie with the Rangers, but Igor's not in net. We'll give you guys the benefit of the doubt. Rangers are not, but we will put that one in there. And then for Wylie's lay, plus 777 odds, 777, lucky number. We got the Kings over, Wings over. I'm riding that with you guys. Then I've got Kent State money line and Gardner Webb money line. And then the auto tail, we've got 76ers over 216, Wild over 6.5, Canes money line in Portland money line. So we've got boys.
I really like the auto tail.
I do too. I'm definitely locking both these in and the community lay.
Imagine the boys going back to back, huh?
Wouldn't that be something, Mush, on a Friday? On a Friday?
Can you imagine?
It'd just be right in Trent's face for not coming up, giving us this ugly slate. We'll see. I like these lays, boys. Thanks for helping out. Form these lays.
No worries.
Gotta have a day. Thanks, Mush.
Do it.
Thanks, Ryan. All 3 lays smacking, 100%. I love these lays. Chat. Again, Phoenix is tied with the Rangers in your community lay, but I think a lot of people voted Rangers based on Igor being in net. Don't think he's going to be in net. You guys also like Phoenix, LA, Detroit, in Philly. I love these lays. I love my lay. I love the auto tail. I think, honestly, all three could smack 100%. And what a day it would be. We're going to go into the weekend up coins. Igor's still listed in. I mean, we're keeping it out of the lay just because we don't know. If Igor's in, I think Rangers is the play. We just don't know. But you guys have your lay. You guys have a chance to go back-to-back, which would be electric. To everybody that came by, gave picks, we appreciate it. Let's have ourselves a day, boys. Let's have ourselves a day. Do we need a dunk? You guys want a dunk? If not, we'll wrap it up. Chat, do we need a dunk? Yeah. Dunk. Let's get it. And then we'll wrap it up. Let's have ourselves a day, chat. Oh, shit. I missed. Is today not the day? I didn't even get it off. I don't think it counts. Stuck between the legs. Camera at home. Oh, God. Maybe it's bad vibes. I didn't get it off. I don't think it counts as a miss. I'll let you guys decide, though. Anyways, thanks for stopping by. Let's have ourselves a day, boys. Let's have ourselves a day.